No, the challenge in this video was not to record something with my microphone muted. That's just an accident that sort of happened. So I'm going to do this commentary like this. Well, I'll zoom back in the video, but all the commentary is going to be added after the fact. You're not going to get any of my live reactions. I'm sorry, but that seemed like a better idea to me than recording the whole thing because it was a little bit of a challenging video to make. So to catch you up, I recently got my first medal in Super Mario Maker 2, and that was for having the top, I think it's 10,000 number of world records. So I lost it today because I need like one more to gain it again. Anyway, now you're caught up. Let me go back in the video and I'll continue talking. I'm going to get a medal for first clears pretty soon as well. I'm at 750. So that'll be the start of my medal collection. If I want to start collecting, I'm going to need these though. You get these from Endless. I have never played a game of Endless, Desafío de Mario Sin Fin in Spanish. So today's challenge will be to play Endless for the first time and get a streak of 5 playing easy mode, with the catch being that I'm going to play blindfolded. So I took a minute to explain the rules here. We're just going to go ahead and I'll explain as I go. But basically, I'm going to play the level once when I can see it, and I'll get all the way up to the goal but not touch the goal. And then I'll start over, put a blindfold on, and hopefully play it the second time. The goal is to get to 5 clears. So here is the very first level. Keep in mind I'm going to be practicing, knowing that I'm going to then have to play it blindfolded. So found a nice 1-up. Those are going to come in handy. Since to get 5 clears, I'll need 5 deaths. So I do need to get some 1-ups. Here I'm counting how many times I have to swing, and I'm forgetting that I should be running forward, so I end up dying because I wasn't running forward. So that was me realizing probably not a good start to not see the full level when you can see, but I go ahead and I put my blindfold on, I restart the level. I'm gonna get that 1-up again just in case I do clear it. Those are handy. So I can tell the same sounds that you hear is what I hear basically. Just the jumping noise, the things make noises when you collect items. I'm looking for the pipe, I found it. I do try running to the right as I swing here, but I'm also not sure when I have to swing because there's no sound of you hitting the wall. So I do get farther than I did when I could see, which, I don't know, it's a little impressive, right? But I do not get far enough. So my first level was a failure. It's a shame, but it is what it is, as they say. So now I don't get a third try. I'm going to have to skip this level. That's 2 deaths down with nothing to show for it. Here's the level. It was tagged as auto scroll, but it's not. I'm just looking for mushrooms or a dev route. This wall jump I figured would be pretty straightforward. No risk here since the monsters can't get ya. Being safe, carefully walking along, and then bam, that's the end of the level. So that smile is me realizing this is a good one. I put on the blindfold and let's get to it. The wall jump I thought would be easy, but I actually struggled quite a bit. Let me see, I think I sped this up, maybe not. Yeah, see, it's just not, the timing wasn't lining up for me. Here, I tried actually just right wall jumping because I knew that the left wasn't working. And that was working. That messed me up because I didn't realize that I had done that. So, I finally figured out it makes a sliding sound. So right here, I think I noticed the sliding sound. And it's slower, but it gets you up there. Now I know all I have to do is just hold right. And that is the first clear that I ever got playing blindfolded. So pretty happy about that. We got 3 lives, which brought me back up to 5, which is good. And I give the level a like because you have to. I mean, for your first blindfolded run, gotta give that a like. So 1 clear out of the way, got a new record of 1. Vibing on that. On to level 2, which is in Japanese. So this level, I knew there'd be a star there, but I didn't get it for some reason. This is me realizing, well, crap, I really should have gotten the star. But I give it a shot anyway, and you die. So now I'm assuming that it's just a run right and there'll be a flag. So the challenge is just get that star out of the box, and then theoretically the level should be pretty free. It's an 8-second, and just this type of level, it's always just run right and there's the flag. So the hard part is get the star, find the box, and then get the star. Here I'll go searching for it a little bit. Wasn't sure if it was where it was exactly. Not sure where I am exactly. Didn't realize I hit the thwomp, so it's kind of lucky that I did get the star and didn't die. Here I'm jumping just to be safe. And there's a nice 2 streak, up to 7 lives. Feeling really confident, feeling really hopeful that I get 3 more levels just like that. Level 3 is Maui cart, something like that. It's a bit long of a level, 43 minutes, 43-second world record. So I'm going to speed it up because this is what it is. It's just a maze that you fly through. So I tried to remember the path as I did that. Here I saw there was another maze and I said, oh, that's not good. So I'm going to go back into this room, check the other pipe, see if that's simpler, but it's actually a fake pipe. So you do have to do the second maze. There's me trying to remember the path again. Clearly an easy level when you're seeing, much harder when you're blindfolded, so I'm not feeling great about it. Paused it just in time. If I did hit the goal, then I would have to restart the level, because that was not my blind, or not just restart the level, but restart the run. So this is, I sped it up quite a bit. I actually time out. You see that timer at the top right? I spent all 5 minutes trying to figure out. I could not get out of this section. It was really confusing. I eventually came up with a good plan at the end where I like hugged the wall, but that's not for another minute, so I don't want to give spoilers. But right about here, I think. Now, right about here, I realize I start turning slowly and I don't know. I did manage to get out, as you can see. I made slight turns, so you're always bumping along the wall, but I just timed out. I didn't know I was exactly right there. So I was happy with that I did eventually figure out where I was, but it was too late into the level. Sadly, only a 5-minute timer for that 40-second level. So we skip it since I didn't clear it blindfolded. Find another Japanese level. This one clearly just a damage boost. I'm not sure if you can time it. I didn't try because I knew I wouldn't. I'm not sure how. I was thinking about how to do this blindfolded because those cannons shooting to the left you can't stand in front of or they'll shoot you. So since I couldn't even get past that when I could see, I had no real hopes of my blindfolded run, which is why this one is fast forwarded because I did not make it. So down to 3 lives. It's looking a little slim because, again, I need to use one of my lives, my next one here. So here's Goomba Village. It's a very long level. Nice, classic, traditional style level. I was trying to decide what I want to do. There, I just skipped to the end for you because, spoilers, this is what happens when I put my blindfold on. First, I jump to get the mushroom. Except there was no mushroom there. For some reason, I thought there was a mushroom at the start. So, it's a very quick way to lose 2 lives. And now I only have 1 life, which I just realized I can't look at my first run because then I'd have to quit. So I have to do this one completely blind. So I put my blindfold on. I've never seen this level before. Still looking for a dev route. Skip that mushroom, which is a very bold strategy. Skip the second mushroom. Somehow kill that mole with the key. When I saw this, I was like, what? That's crazy. I then forgot that, like, doors exist, so I didn't try pressing up at all. I was just like, obviously I'm in a box. Eventually I do press up. Eventually. Okay. So here's a boss fight. Anyway, I started a new game because we're getting to 5. That was the challenge. I'm going to complete the challenge. Starting over here, level 1, speedrun yeet. Speedruns in easy are usually just run right and touch the flag. So I was optimistic about this, but it's this kind of speedrun. So I didn't realize you could dodge the mushroom in the beginning. To do this, you have to run and then hold down to slide. Obviously very hard to do blindfolded. This is what it ended up being. A lot of that until I, of course, timed out on this level as well. A little disappointed about how that went. So hoping for a better level with M&T4G movie. Whatever that is. Here, as soon as I come through this pipe, I get a good feeling because this is the setup for an auto level. You just stand in those blocks and it takes you to the end. But then I made the mistake of going in the goal. I tried to press start so I could do restart, but I could not do it in time. So I actually cleared the level while seeing, so that doesn't count. I have to restart the run. I don't get an easy first clear out of this run. But that's okay, I was already down to 3 lives, so better to restart, start over with 5 lives, right? So start over a new game. Mario emprende un largo viaje. Mario's starting a large journey. Long journey? I don't know what it is in English either, actually. So this one, I have to kill Iggy for this one, so that means there's a boss fight. So right away, I'm saying this probably isn't gonna happen. This is probably not gonna work. So I'll skip the the seeing level because I did get to the end, but I just knew that I would not be able to do this blindfolded. Although when I did replay this after the video, I did find a way that you can quick kill him. So it would have been possible if I thought about it some more. Still would have required a lot of luck, but that's the end of that level. Not a great start to this run. Next attempt, Holy Meowser. Usually a sign of a level that a little kid made. It's looking good. Giving you power-ups in the beginning is always a great sign. So here I'm going to fast forward it for my seeing run. Basically just run right and kill stuff. I'm using cues like when you collect the coins you get that sound. The pipe makes a sound. You can get my cue was to come out of the pipe, jump up into the left, and then make that jump. It's a very tight jump, but that's the end of the level. So I was feeling pretty confident. I went back and practiced that jump again. I think I included it, yeah. So I actually closed my eyes. Well, first I get 1-ups. See how I get 3 1-ups here? Now I close my eyes to practice doing this blind. And I jump pretty early and still make it, so it's not actually that hard of a jump. But I didn't know if I jumped early, I just knew that I made it, so I was feeling good. Now let me put my covering on and go for the blind run. I would usually have gotten the cat, but for this, definitely a fireball. So I was a little confused here. I couldn't tell if they were dying. And I didn't think that the big piranha had died. So I was just hesitating for some reason, a little confused what was going on. Until I hear this right there, that sound of you taking damage. I recognize I just need to run right. So I got through. I heard the pipe noise which reoriented myself. I got my spot. I go for the jump. So I actually didn't make the jump, but I hopped off a Goomba instead. Super lucky, but I'll take it. There's a nice smile, everything's going right for me. So pretty happy. Just went from 2 lives back up to 5. So you can't complain about still having your original lives, and yet having that 1 clear, so now I only need 4 instead of 5. Happy New Year. This level I don't show much of when you can see because it was very easy, as you can see when I play it blindfolded. It's pretty straightforward. I'm holding all of the inputs a little bit longer, which is why there's delay. You can't really tell when you hit a wall or when you're at the top of the vine. So there's a little bit of a pause there where I just hold it extra long to make sure that I'm holding it long enough because I don't want to get confused. So this level's pretty boring. It's the same thing a bunch of times. I don't know, maybe it's meaningful, but it wasn't for me. Maybe it is for someone. I recognized I was in this room and went in the pipe. So I knew to wait for the bomb. This is from my seeing level. And now, just the end of the level. Happy New Year. Feeling good about getting another clear. Level 3. Carland is how I pronounced it the first time I saw it. I then recognized that it was actually Carland, because that's a car. So, the cars always are the worst. So, as everyone knows, I went out and I scouted without the car. Recognized I needed the car, came back for it to practice getting it out of those springs. And here is my blind run, where I struggle quite a bit with this spring. It's very hard to hear you hitting the spring because the car is making so much noise. So I was trying to just jump on the Koopa that's in the car. I thought I was close to the spring here, so now I'm going forward like so much and still not hitting them. So I decided to start over when I was one jump away. Yeah, I run forward knowing that it would take me to about there. So I wanted to stop when I was at that point and jump forward, which is what I do. I do it again. And one block away, and I give up again. I know, watching the video was killing me. So trying it once again. Luckily, you have 5 minutes for this level, so. I do eventually get in the car. And yet my struggles do not, they don't get any better. I was really confused as to what was happening. I don't know, you can tell when I'm over at the left because it's quiet, and I recognize that, but I think you have to hold right longer than I thought you do. I was just tapping right and it wasn't making me change. I don't know. I struggled a bit on this. It's very hard to drive while you're blindfolded. I always assumed that would be an easy thing to do. I know a lot of people recommend trying it, but apparently it's pretty tricky, especially when there are springs in the way. So I recommend not being blindfolded when you drive, but if you do have to be blindfolded, just make sure you jump a lot and keep trying, and eventually it should work. I was trying to focus, but it wasn't working. There, I got lucky. I heard the coins. I knew that the end of the level was free, and this would be another clear in my blind run. In on that flagpole, got 3 lives out of it, and ended with 99 coins, which is the ideal situation in Endless Super Mario. I now have 7 lives and 3 clears done. New record. Feeling really confident. Pressed A to Hugar this level called Run. Here's a nice classic. You just hold right, jump a couple times. The difficulty is knowing when to make that first jump. It's very hard to judge how far you're running when you don't see yourself running. It is for me at least, so I wasn't super confident in making this first jump. But give it the go. I do have to make one jump at the beginning, like right away, just to know that I'm running, because otherwise there's no trigger that tells you when you can move. So there's that first one, and I immediately do the second one. I should have waited much longer. That was an easy clear that I did not get. But still 5 lives. Still good. Let me skip this one eventually. So this level in the title, it says keep up, which a lot of people make auto levels where all you have to do is hold one key the whole time. That's not exactly what this level is, because you do have to move over and then up, but it's pretty obvious what you do. So I actually don't even bother moving. I just go ahead and start the blind run. And I'm thinking I shouldn't have had to waste a life for that. I think I might tweak the rules if I do this again. If you don't move and nothing in the level is moving, you shouldn't have to waste the life for your seeing life. Anyway, that was an easy clear. I wish they were all like that. Well, I don't. That wouldn't be a very exciting video, but it's nice that some of them are like that. I did boo the level, however, because I don't think that things like that should exist, because they add nothing to the game besides give you easy levels. So here we go. I need one more clear. I have 5 lives, and we're going up against 24 Riti Uji Kiop. Seems like the level to do it on, right? Good start where you get a power-up and no monsters. I recognize that would be tricky to do. Seeing, and super happy when I get to the end, because that super big mushroom gives you 2 damage boosts, so you can get hurt twice. So that's me recognizing all I need to do is get that damage and then just hold right and jump, and that's all she wrote. So here is me attempting it. Always hard to find those boxes, you know. See how I do. It's not above me. It's not over there. It's found in the 3rd try. That's pretty good, right? Onto the first block. I did think that that jump made it onto the second one. That, I thought I was jumping on the 3rd, and now I thought I was jumping everywhere. I realized that I got hit, and I said, I just need to run right and jump. And it all worked out. So it wasn't exactly how I thought I was doing it, but I got to the flag. That makes 5 clears. Playing blindfolded with an asterisk for however I defined blindfolded being first to sighted run. Anyway, I did it. That was the goal. Challenge complete. I'm looking forward to playing more Endless.